So I'm going to build the one that I just showed you, this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this one is very easy. I don't mind the size. It's okay if you do. What's going on? Okay. Is my Rhino not working? Oh, loading. My Rhino is still loading. Okay, fine. So I first create a very simple, whatever, how big, it doesn't matter. Okay. And this is what I recommend you to do if so it's a surface, and we try to understand the surface. We click on it and we turn on the control point. We realize there's only 4 control points, but that one needs a lot more. So I'm going to go to the rebuild using the hammer. Rebuild surface, yeah. So you can also type in if you don't remember where. It's actually this one is to create the surface, this one to modify surface. So to create the surface has all of this like revolve, those are creating. The next one to it is to modify them. So little hammer will give us the opportunity to modify this, select, and then, okay. So let's say point count 10, choose rebuild UV, direction U. Maybe let's do this. Is it working? Oh, okay. This is only rebuild one of them. Rebuild one direction. Become. I'm not so sure if I did it. Okay, let's not do this. I know for sure if I type in rebuild, I actually somehow get better. Rebuild. UV. Yeah, rebuild UV. Somehow there's a pop-out window, I remember. Select surface to rebuild. Press enter when done. It's just keep reading it, yeah. So point count 10, direction U, direction V, point count also 10. Okay, I think maybe it's okay. Is it really working? Not working. Which one? Which of the? There's also surface. So see, well, what I'm trying to do is see which one. Sometimes I got confused where they are. Transform. No, not transform. Transform is a scale and all of that. Surface. Surface, edit surface or something. Last time I found it. Surface edit 2. I'm looking for that pop-out window because I don't read that comment that well. I'm not seeing it. Try it again. Is it the rebuild UV or is it the rebuild something else? Looks like I did rebuild it. Do they have? Oh, okay. I did rebuild. Somehow I only rebuilt one direction. I need both directions. Should it be rebuild edge? Rebuild curve? Not just meshes? Thank you. So maybe I should rebuild which one is U, which one is V. I don't know. I think maybe each time it only rebuild. Oh, now it's good. Okay, now I have all of those. So if I select, turn on the control point, now I have this many control points. Yeah. So the surface looks like it is a little banded or something. Well, we can improvise. We don't have to do exactly that one. So for example, this one is a little bit bend, or maybe in the surface is even a little bit bent. What's the purpose of that? Yeah, the surface is a little bent. So let's do that and pull out some control points. So surface bend, we can use, I think we have some kind of a tool called bend. If we don't, we'll be able to use something.
Professor,
Uh-huh.
from the tutorials, the one time when you bended an object, it was when you made it follow another curve that was in front of it, and so it just
Yeah,
bended.
yeah. I think that would do. But page editing, this little cage, there's actually band. There's a comment called band. Yeah. So comment called band. But I think we needed to. I think a band is kind of like flow. You probably need some kind of a guideline for it to bend. Yeah. So maybe I draw a curve. I just draw. You can also draw an arc if that's what if you want to control the curve. I'm just kind of going to draw a curve like this. Yeah. And maybe we need to line, I'm not so sure. I'm just testing it. Snapping to the end. Okay. So I'm snapping to the end. So if I use bend, this one, there, and then select the object to bend. Press enter. Okay, start of spline. Oh, this one is actually, actually, this one is asking you to draw. This is, see, I'm already bending it. Yeah. So, but maybe I needed to do a different one. So transform is very useful. All of this. Okay. Bend. Select object. Select how many surfaces? There's there are too many surfaces. By the way, no. Also I have a little bit of trouble about. I'm not done yet, actually. Which one is the correct one? Delete some of the junk. Yeah, I needed to give a little bit of thickness. I haven't done thickness yet. Extrude. Where I'm doing it. Why is it not working? This one is a surface. I don't read this one very well. I should have extrude. Extrude surface. But no need to be that big. Maybe a little, something like this. Yeah. So here we have a poly surface. So I move that one because this one maybe hide. Too many stuff in there is no good. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, then let's see if my control points are still all on. Cannot turn on control point because it become a solid or something. So because you can see it, what is it? This has become poly surface. So sometimes we have to explode them and then join them back again because we need to play with the. I mean, let's bend first and then bend first. Details, yeah. Bend first and then play with it. Yeah. So the order of how we do things is also, interesting. So bend. Okay. So this time I'm going to try to go up. It's bend doesn't really achieve what I like it. So actually, I think I think bending is actually, see that one corner doesn't do. Okay, so I don't use that banding. I'm trying to use another tool. I'm just sort of a banding. I try to bend on both sides, but it doesn't work. So I'm trying to give some other tools, and let's see if they actually work. There's something called the cage. So basically created a little cage. Oh, there's two of them. So, oh, what's this? Oh, wrong direction. So I created a cage somehow. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sometimes if we made the mistake, you will see some stuff. So I don't remember the cage very well now, but it's like you have something that is capture the shape. So when you distort the whatever that captures the shape will follow. Yeah, I think somewhere my bending is kind of not like what they have right there, but let's just say this is what I want. So not that, not oh, okay. So this one actually you still can't really turn on the control point. So that's why I was trying to use that. So if intrigues you, then you would. But now I'm going to explode because now it's poly surface. You cannot turn on control point on poly surface. So now I explode them on individual surfaces, and I'm going to deal with only the top surface to create a little dent. The top one, not the bottom one. Okay, this surface. Do I have many objects in there? Sometimes I may have too many. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, so select that surface and turn on the control point. And then maybe hide the rest. Okay, select this one. First hide this one and then hide the rest. And then turn on that one again. How do I do it? Wait. There's something. Select this one. So, no, wrong surface. Select this one, surface. And then I think doing something, switching off a swap, hiding. Oh, there was a swap. Okay. Or I could lock this one. There's lock as well. I lock that. Okay, and the rest I move somewhere else so that doesn't disturb me. And later on, I match the points, put them back together. Yeah. So now I deal with this, but need to unlock. So you can see there's a lot of stuff unlocked. Okay. So now here, so I have all of this. Select some point from the top view. So we make a little dent. Let's say here, this region, and then use your vertical view. Make a little dent. And so now if you want to see, I have a little dent in there. Ooh. So I have a little dent in there. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you the leg. The leg is pretty much the same thing, or the bottom one. Okay, so now take this one back, all of them, move them point to point. You need to zoom in a little bit there. So here is a point, a control point. Okay, use your mouse and use your mouse again. Snap to the end. No, it didn't snap to the end. But it's okay. Move this one anyway. Is end even end? Okay, so now they match again. So later on we can join them. So now I'm going to see what is going on with the bottom. So we will work with this surface right here. So right here, again, turn on the control point. And are there more control points on this surface? Why is there so many? It's okay. There's too many. If that's the case, we normally needed to not to deal with this many control points because they're miserable. But what's going on? We can check. We can actually check a rebuild, which will tell you how many control points, I think. 6 and 6. Oh, no. See here, somehow it's 95 and 10. This is existing number of control points. Actually, I do not even know what is going on in there. Why is it 95? So you can see there's too many of them. I'm making them 10 by 10, or even, let's do them 10 by 10, decent number. See, okay. So basically, I removed those control points by doing rebuild, reduce the number of control points. So now let's select 2 of it. Sometimes you do need to lock. Am I dragging it? If I drag, okay, now I'm able to select. I select all of those, and I'm going to move them down. Yeah. And maybe select a few there. So basically, that's this one. Finished and done. The rest you can work on it with your. Is it finished? Okay, done. So once it's done, escape control point. Yeah. So basically, this one is done. Okay, whatever this shape is, then you can join them. I don't know if the control I can probably remove. I don't need that control. The control was the cage, by the way. And all of this, select all of them. 6 surfaces, correct? So sometimes you have junk in there. So 6 surfaces, and then we join them. So when they join, they become a poly surface again. Yeah, so you explode, so you needed to individually operate on them, but when you join them, they will be poly surfaces. So when later on, when you print, they should be later, when you print, do 3D printing, they have to be poly surfaces or enclosed poly surfaces, which I think is one of them. We can check whether they are good or not. Yeah, close the volume. So if we don't select anything, we go to select. If we say close the volume, close the object to use as, oh, I don't know. But anyway, there's something you can check. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. There's something you can check whether it's possible to print. Yeah, but anyway, this class is not really pushing that further. But if you know that this is closed, so means no leaking, then it's able to be printed. If you have surfaces that's not even matching, there's a little gap, then they won't be able to print with a 3D printer. But for this class, it's sort of okay. We don't push to that yet. Okay, so that's that one. Let me ask some of you to give me some ideas which one you wanted me to show you.
Professor, I have a few photos. Should I post them?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Who is asking this question? You should know. Yes, of course. There's never problem posting, by the way. So done with this, yeah. And I think this you actually do know. I'm not so sure, you know, but let me show you this one anyway. Yeah. So this one you should know. Oh, nice, nice. See, people are posting. Thank you. By the way, some of them may not be able to do with just typical Rhino. They might need, but we can play with it and see. So this one. So basically, you can see a box can become anything. So if I try to do this one, I'm starting with the box. I think it's possible, but this one needs a lot more modification and dragging. You know, I can make this shape no problem. You know, and how do I design the fold? Maybe I design a surface and create some fold and flow along. Yeah. So let me do this because I think I think this one is relatively easy. I have time. I will do it. You know, so I'll make some shape like this. So which means, but basically this is a solid shape. You know, no matter how weird and how strange, a box or some kind of shape will do, or closer, doesn't have to be box. Maybe we wanted the round edge to start with, you know, any kind of a solid. So the topography of any solid basically considered the same. A bowl is the same as a box, but they're not the same as the bowl and the box and the cylinder. As long as they're together as one shape, they pretty much in terms of topography they're the same, but they're not the same as the what is it called, the donut. So and to talk about that very easily is there's something you can change from one to another. You know, if I have this, whatever shape, yeah, and if I have another one like round. So remember the something called the planar surface, which is second two. So I made them into, so these two are considered the same. But if I do something like one big circle, another big circle, by the way, this is what you should remember is if you want to create some holes on them, the easy way is you do planar surface. Yeah, so use the second two called the planar surface. If them already, so this surface then is not considered the same with those two because there's a hole in it, you know. So, but if I create something like if I create something this, yeah, very narrow, but no, I don't want to do this. If I create something like this weird, and then I punch a little hole in there. Okay. Not going over. Okay, and then I do a planar surface. Okay, so this one, and this one, those two are considered the same actually. Although we don't want to bother to make them the same, but they are considered the same. They have some surfaces around a center which is a void. So they're actually, in terms of a topography, they're considered the same. So because they can somehow, you know, modify into a similar shape. So I'm going to first build a box, and maybe you know, a box doesn't need a lot, you know, a little bit height, yeah, or maybe more height. I don't remember the shape very well, actually. What's the shape? Oh, I think no need, just this part. Yeah. So here, and I think I'm going to do some chamfer or something to make it round. Or maybe I have a good way of doing it altogether. Doing the solid editing and doing the edges. Fillet edge, I think this will do. I don't remember all of them that well, by the way. Select edges. No edges. Select the object with the fillets. No, that's not the right one. I used the wrong tool. Is it this tool? Edit. Oh, this is a fillet. You first have to the fillet, not the edit. Yeah. So select, 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 select. I'm not doing perfect, but there's actually let's do a different one. I was going to do a round edge, but maybe let me just finish showing that. But I feel like I have a better tool that would do this better. So select the edges one by one. Enter, and then we need to see the radius. The radius is where? Is it asking? Asking me to drag? Oh, show radius. Yes. No. Where is my radius? I'm not seeing the radius. I think the edges is selected. Oh, okay. That's for you to play with. I want to start with a different shape, which I think is better for that shape. I'll create. I'm going to use shape like this actually. I should not create based on my perspective, but I did it anyway. So I'm going to modify this one first to somewhat like that. So that's, so sort of like bending. But I don't need this. This is a little bit too much in terms of the Y direction. So do a 1D scale. Make it small. Make it big. Something like this. Okay. This surface I can also rebuild. I needed to see how many control points. There's very little control point. I know almost for sure. So I don't need this direction that well, that many. This direction maybe 5 will do because this is the vertical direction, this horizontal. I need the other direction, which I think I need more, 10. Yeah. Is it really 10? Okay. So here is our shape. Yeah, so if we wanted, okay, here is a little more. Okay, let's see. This rebuild made a little funny corner there. Yeah, this rebuild. This rebuild made a little funny at the end. So, but regardless, we'll be able to do. I mean, if we don't like this, move them in a little bit. If I really want to be precise, I'll do shift. It's okay, just as it is. Very funny. Where is it? Is this one right here? Yeah. But anyway, my computer is very slow. That's why when I move, it doesn't really respond very well. I remember the cage. I plan to use the cage one more time to bend this. Actually, this one may not need because it doesn't have all these control points. Yeah, so I don't think I need that one. So let's just create something. So this, I keep forgetting what is it. So on the first end, okay, low, high, low. Okay, so both ends are still on the floor basically. Only the medium, this part or maybe is up. Oh, see my computer is so slow. Okay. So it doesn't have to be vertical, but it's okay to be vertical. escape. So here is a surface. Let's say we're happy with the surface. And then we needed to have those folds in there. You know, the surface has this type of thing. So I'm going to create a surface, then I have a little bit of fold here and there just by dragging a normal surface and then see if it applies. I think a rectangular shape will do. No, not this two. Actually, do I have this rectangular surface somewhere? No, never mind. So as you see, the rebuild is actually quite useful because as you start to do something more sophisticated and advanced, you actually do need them. So I sort of create that follows whatever that can be wrapped around. I might not actually be successful, you know, because this is the idea that I just sort of saw today. In the past, I'm using different technique and wasn't very successful. I mean, whether it's successful or not, it based on how much time, you know, if you, okay. So now I understand U is 10, click, V is 10, okay. Was it only U? Somehow didn't do the V. Click again. So there was a tool that will build them together as a UV. I remember last time we even did it. See there are times we always forget this original one we don't need. We always forgot things. There's two surfaces. Because we do build twice. So I'm going to create some fold on it, which basically means that some points are up, some are down, some are sideways, you know. So we first need to select, let's say I select this whole row, and I'm going to bring it higher. We should also see it. So there's a little bit like this. They should be a little bit crisp. So if we want it to be crisp, this one is really very smooth. But anyway, we move them very, very close. And then they sort of become a crisp, yeah? And then we move them a little bit like sideways. Or move them horizontally but sideways. We're changing the structure of this. But try not to let them overlapping, because if you drag too much, I think mine already overlap. So then, yeah, actually undo. I think do not let them overlap. Like I'm dragging this line beyond that line, you know, so that here is one line. That's normally not good, not good. Okay, and then maybe this one, you know, just to demonstrate to you, maybe this one I'm going to bring down. Just demonstrate to you. I don't need it to finish all of this. You know, eventually when you do, or you do some design, you would be able to you'll be able to do. So I'm going to do a flow, let this surface flow on that surface, then you will see, you know, I'm not doing perfect job, so whatever that we can do in the future, take more time. So and on the other hand, flow along surface. So we need the base surface for both. I need the base surface here. Yeah. So the one that I just deleted would be useful. Since we haven't changed the corner. But by the way, base surface doesn't have to be flat. Base surface can be any surface. You know, maybe you build something already on the curvy surface, and then you can continue to flow. So you can flow a couple of times, I believe. You know, yeah. So anyway, we have a base surface here, and we have a target surface, the base surface down below, and okay. So do a flow along surface, select object, which you all know, the center, select the base surface, which is this one, bottom, good. Is it selected? Maybe I select the wrong surface. The flow along surface, select object. I selected the wrong one. I need to select the top one. Rotate a little bit, make sure I can select that one without touching. Maybe I do this. If I do this, I'm move this one closer. So so flow. Select top, the center, select the base surface. Now I can rotate a little bit, making sure I'm not selecting the wrong one. Okay, and then select the target surface, which is this one here. Okay, because two of them are overlapping. Hide this one. Okay, so what does this look like? So anyway, this is not perfect, by the way. I didn't do, oh, there was another surface on it. Right. Oh, one of them, wait. Are they twisting? Somehow they were a bit twisting. Oh, I see. So this one doesn't really. No, this one didn't really wrap around this one very well, actually. Yeah, it shows the edges or something. But it's an interesting object by itself. So yeah. It is an interesting object. So you know how people design by making mistakes. Yeah, maybe I need a different surface because I try to use this rectangular and the flow wrapping around. So the wrapping didn't work basically, you know, so the wrapping is not working. But last time we did the flow onto a bowl, which worked very well, which like something like this. Last time that one worked. So this type of shape. So if you have a flat surface, something like this, and with a pattern with something on it, and then you have this, yeah, and then you flow onto it, it would work. But this one didn't work. So, but this one and whatever that we have is actually the same. We can modify the this round shape. If that works for us, we'll do the round shape. Yeah. So what time is it now? 9:30. Having a little bit time. Okay, so I'll finish 1 hour. I'm just going to yeah. So this one is the same challenge, but this one doesn't need it to. This one could be using sweep or you know or any other tool, you know. So there's a street edge, and then or you very carefully. Oh, this one actually will wrap around nicely. I think. Yeah. So this one will wrap around nicely, but this one we first need to create this shape, and then drag some fold. So how do we do fold? And then I'm sure we can do, you know, maybe using some kind of a sweeping, you know. So let something or what is it called? That one, that too, or even loft. Loft may not do this. The trick is this crisp fold here. But we can, this one we can definitely start with a box and then drag a little bit here, drag a little bit there, you know, and there's a behind, there's a, you know, to support it. There's one piece here, there's a piece behind, a little bit bend, you know, all of that. Fold, we can think about it. The fold is basically when they're very close, when two lines of control point are very close to each other, then they would be able to create crisp. So let's look at this. This one has a different topography. This one is actually more like a donut. Yeah. So this one has a hole in the middle, which means if you already damage the surface, you won't be able to patch them up. So this one has a hole. It doesn't look like a donut, but you can actually modify from a donut and become something like this. Yeah. So let me show you. So that's the topography. You will not be able to modify if they don't have the same surface structure. So if I do a donut, I'm just going to sort of randomly do. I don't want to do like perfect stuff. And also bad habit to use perspective. Better just use. Yes. So that inner one doesn't. Okay, so here is a donut. Yeah. So so the hole is vertically. So I will just put them vertically. The hole is sort of like, the shape is sort of like this. So I will rotate my donut and start to play with that. Actually, let me just paste this into one of the vertical view. Too much stuff on, call it 00. Copy of something. Okay, I remember that. So I will post this. I will do this. What is it like? Set a background image. Some of you actually probably know better than me. I need to bring in the background image to this one because you did revolve. That one need you. Where is it? Someone tell me. I know you know better. I needed to bring that image to this view. Anyone?
Professor, I just dropped it.
You just drag?
Yeah, I just dragged and dropped.
There is a background bitmap as well.
Yeah. Oh, background. Oh, right here. Correct. Place. Okay, go to the, which one? This one? It's called the copy. So just as a reference, if we want to do this, we need to see it. Okay, first rotate. Okay, rotate my. Oh, enter. Forgot to enter. Okay, rotate this one. Rotate so that it become. I don't remember which direction to rotate. I think if you want to rotate 90 degree, yeah. So press shift so that there'll be 90 degree. So now this thing is like this, yeah, in there. And then what's the structure of this donut? Also, where is my rebuild that I use so much so comfortable now. I don't know where is it. Rebuild the surface. Ah, this one. Thank goodness I found this one. So this one I like. This two I like here, which don't bother is one of the hammer. Okay, this hammer might be edges. So they're different to rebuild, but one of the hammer is this. Yeah. So 9 or 10. It was already 8. It actually doesn't need to rebuild because I already have, but it's okay. I already has 8, you know, so just give a few more, but not to be too many, not like a 90, you know, and then the surface is not possible to be controlled. So now we know this thing is sitting on the ground. So we first somehow line up some of those. What time is it? I think it's almost an hour. How about I stop here? Let's take a 20 minutes break. Yeah, because I may not use the whole class time. So yeah, so let's take a 20 minutes break, and then yeah, it's almost so 10:50. I will come back at 10:50. How's everyone doing so far? Sum up if you're good. Yeah, yeah. And anyway, the lecture is in there anyway. Yeah, so don't worry. I'm going to stop.